Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the February edition of the Chamber Chat. You know, we missed January.
We took the month off hoping for snow, but, you know.
But it didn't happen.
Well, it didn't.
Nope. I was just hoping to get to sleep in one Wednesday. That's all I was hoping
Is that what
for.
it was?
That's all it was. So anyway.
I thought you were giving us a winter
I know,
break
she
or something.
played us.
Yeah, well.
Actually, I couldn't find anything going on in January. Everybody's like me. They're like, we're doing nothing in January.
Yes.
They're hibernating. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
so I was happy about that. Anytime you want to do nothing in January, I'm so happy because I'm so tired the first of the year. But since we weren't here in January, oh, I forgot to say, I've got two co-hosts this morning. Shan is here.
Good morning.
And Kathy
Good
Coco
morning.
is here. And so, you know, I get so emotional when my board flips over. You know, I have like 5 board members that have to leave.
She's not making this up.
I'm not. I'm literally crying at the December meeting when everybody's leaving. But we had such a good group. We always do. And everybody's like, you always have the nicest board. And we do. But Jane Brown, Middle Tennessee Natural Gas, and I got to see her this week at Leadership DeKalb on Monday, so I was so happy.
You know, she still lives here, right?
I know, but you know, I don't get to have
Yes.
lunch with her every month, you know? Dana Scott with Tenneco. I love Dana. Mark Taylor, Edgar Evans State Park. Of course, we got somebody else on the board from Edgar Evans State Park now, and he's here this morning.
Ooh.
You just have to guess, Shan. And Lori Webb, you know I love Lori Webb. The Webb House, and she's a new grandma, got twin baby
I
boys.
know.
2 boys. Oh, she needs lots of prayer.
I know.
Hands full.
Oh, they're so cute. I can't wait to see them. But anyway, I'm just so grateful for all their years of service and all the years they, you know, put up with me. They're so sweet. As I always say, we're the only board that says, I love you and hugs when we all leave. So if you're uncomfortable with that, Brother Chad.
Yeah,
it's gonna
we're
be bad for
sorry.
you.
As
Yeah.
our new members found out the last
Yeah.
Just part of it.
Just
Yes.
part of it, because I do.
Bring
This
it
is the
in,
month
bring
of
it in.
love. What can I say? But here's our new chamber board of directors. They're awesome too. Cynthia Agee, Wilson Bacon Trust. She's replacing a 1-year board term, but you know we'll elect her back after the 1 year. That's the way it goes.
Once you're in.
For life.
Yeah, if I like you, you're in forever. I find a way. Jenna Williams with Star Manufacturing. I love Jenna. She is so sweet. Chad Ramsey, pastor of First Baptist Church and a new regular on the Chamber Chat. He's here this morning. We're going to be talking to you in just a few minutes, Brother Chad.
Right.
Although you can be like the co-host this morning.
Just
My voice is going out. In
I'll be triple co.
You'll be triple co.
Yeah.
That's his new nickname. Oh, I love that. Jamie Campbell, The Retreat at Center Hill Lake. He's awesome. Tony Luna, Lake Homes Realty. Mike Davidson, Middle Tennessee Natural Gas. And Brad Halfacre, Edgar Evans State Park.
Oh,
I gave it away.
yay.
Yeah, there he is. He's
He
here.
pulled up beside me in the parking lot,
he?
so I kind of had a cliff note on that one.
I thought you did. So, and we had a great 2019 executive board. Beth Edcott was our president. Vice president was Lisa Cripps. Kathy Hendrickson was our treasurer. And Jane Brown was our secretary. And past president was Rita Bell. And I love that group.
That's
They're
a
awesome.
great group of women.
And now here's the new group.
I'm ready.
Surprise, surprise. President is Lisa Cripps. Vice president, if you do a fairly good job, you get to go to president. Yeah.
You know, apparently I didn't. I was vice president,
Oh, yeah.
and they just booted me right on down the list. Yeah, I didn't even land a secretary.
You never did.
thought you'd have
make
a
it
little
past
leeway
vice
with it.
president.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that happens
Okay.
sometimes.
I might have had something to do with that.
Nepotism, smepotism.
It worked opposite for you.
I know it. Yeah.
The vice president is Jen Sherwood. You know, she's always, she's so excited.
Yeah, I bet she is.
Well, Kathy, we just kept her on as treasurer. She's already been president, I don't know, a time or two. She's been all over the place. And then Billy Davis is our secretary. When we were looking for secretary, that's the one job you have to really do stuff, you know.
Absolutely,
take
yes.
notes.
Yeah, you gotta
And
do a lot of writing.
Nobody will say anything, but everybody in the room just looked at Billy. She's like, why is everybody looking at me? And so anyway, we pressured her with our eyes to take the position, and she did. And then past president now is Beth Edcott. We love to keep our present on another year. So anyway, we got a good group here. And now, quickly, I know I'm taking all this time, but new members.
Oh.
You want to help me with that, Shan? I know you love this first new member.
Absolutely. Oh, Market on Main. I'm a huge supporter of this beautiful store and Magnolia Roots Boutique. They're in there together.
Yeah.
It is the most beautiful store, and I don't mean to say in comparison to Franklin, it looks just like you've walked in a downtown Franklin store. It is gorgeous. So many beautiful things, unique things. And
I go in there and I go, oh, Shan needs this. So I call Shan and say, come buy this.
That's exactly what she does.
Because a lot of times Shan gets tired of stuff after a couple of years and gives it to me.
So if she can replace the item in my home with something else, then I feel played on multiple levels.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good hand-me-downs.
This is on Walnut Street, 105 West Walnut, downtown Smithville, if we didn't make that perfectly clear. Melissa Knowles and Cindy Webb are the owners, and there's a ribbon cutting coming soon. If you haven't been downtown Smithville lately, it is a magical place. Yeah. Yes, it's wonderful. I was there last night. Button Willow, you could hear the music being popped outside, and people were drinking coffee. All the stores are still lit up. It's just absolutely beautiful.
So to remind all the men out there, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yes, that's true. Wink, wink.
And do not forget.
So lots of places to go shopping all around Smithville.
You don't want to be in the doghouse, that's for sure.
That is absolutely true. Now, Upper Cumberland Development District, 1104 England Drive, Cookeville.
Their new building is fabulous. I've had 2 tours.
I've seen pictures, but I've not been in it myself.
And their staff is great. And honestly, they do so much for DeKalb County and all the Upper Cumberland.
Things that we don't even recognize. It just happens behind the scenes. And the director is Mark Farley. Seems like a nice guy.
Mark. Yes, he's awesome.
And next up, Harmony Lane Farm and Creamery.
Oh, you know I love
If you haven't connected with them on social media, the baby goats alone just wake you up in the morning. They're the cutest things you've ever seen.
Okay, so here's the thing. I was over there one day, and these baby goats had just been born like a day before, and she doesn't usually let anybody
commoners handle
the goats when they're that little. But I sat there and babysat for like an hour. Well, goat sat. Baby goat.
Baby goat.
Baby goat set.
Oh, it's the sweetest. They're so little.
Did you have to change a diaper?
There was no accidents, thank goodness. But they're so little. They're smaller than I realized.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, go back.
Anyway, it is a great place to go. And then they have the farm store, so you can get goat cheese, goat fudge. They have organic meats.
Soap.
It's wonderful. Oh, I'd use all their soap. All the goat's milk products, and you can literally watch through the glass and see these things being made. It's award-winning goat cheeses, and they have award-winning goats as well.
Oh yeah.
It is absolutely, and
the beef and sausage.
The organic beef is like nothing I've ever had. That's all I'm saying. It is.
Even I can cook it good. Yeah.
That's debatable.
Well, anyway.
But you can go and be a part of their farm tours. You can pet the baby goats. They call it goat cuddling.
They've got llamas now.
Oh my word, yes, the llamas.
Oh,
and
I've said 2 big words today. Baklava and llama.
You want to go back to creme brulee? You were better at creme brulee.
Yeah, I was. That's my favorite.
This is Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and they are closed on Sundays. You can call them at 931-983-0140 or visit their website, I think that's Harmony Lane Farms.
Yeah.
HarmonyLaneFarms.com, or, like I said, visit their Facebook page.
And Julie David is amazing. She is the cutest thing.
And so smart. Super smart. We have 2 more, and we're going to make it through this.
I have so you can go online and just join the chamber. You just go to DeKalb10.org and then hit membership and join. And I love this. And then magically, I get this little note that makes my day, and this is what this guy did. All Right Handyman Services. His name's Daniel Christensen, and he does all kinds of odd jobs, from repairing light fixtures.
And that is useful.
Oh my goodness! Changing out light fixtures, leaky toilets, leaky faucets, drywall repair. Just name it. This man can do it.
He's a jack of all trades.
He can do all
love
kinds of
it.
stuff.
I probably need to call him right
install
now.
microwaves and dishwashers. I talked to him. He gave me this long list of stuff he does. So, if you need a handyman, Daniel is the guy.
You might as well move in.
What's his number, Shan?
615-667-0033. Again, that's 615-667-0033. So that's an easy number to remember as well.
Now, Kathy, you want to talk about the next chamber member?
That will be Smithville First Baptist Church.
Dun, 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 dun.
Chad Ramsey, 101 West Church Street.
We're excited about that.
Yes, congratulations and welcome.
Yeah, we're excited. Very
Well,
excited.
I was going to just transition right into you talking about church news, but
Yes.
I've got somebody that's got to be in Cookville here in a few minutes.
Special
I'm
person.
about to lose my voice.
Special
Okay, here's the thing. I'm about to lose my voice. I'm sitting next to a speech language
You're in good shape.
There
So
you
this
go.
is
We're in good
awesome.
hands.
Coach you up.
She can give you some pointers.
This is just the person I need. But recently we had the best meeting. Senator Mark Pody and Tisha Puckett Pryor put together a Tennessee Council on Development Disabilities meeting in Smithfield. It was called Connecting to Disability Resources and Community Conversation. A fabulous meeting. I found out so many things I had no clue about. One of them being Miss Alyssa Conger. I call her Miss Alyssa because she is my little grandson's speech therapist, and he talks about Miss Alyssa. And, Beth does all the time. And, a lot of times people travel out of town for these services, but we found out you're local, so I'm like, let's let people know that you are here.
Absolutely.
And save some time instead of traveling. It's already hard. Life's hard enough.
Exactly.
So your business is called Kids Express Therapy Services, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit.
Sure. Well, I actually do two different things. I actually see kids on the back side of my house. I have a little office back there with wheelchair access and everything for people to come in. And then also I do home therapy. I do in-home therapy. My schedule is kind of getting a little busier, so I don't have as much time to do home therapy as I once did, but that is still something that I offer. So, sometimes it's just easier for me to come into the home or the daycare, whatever the case may be. I realize that we have parents who work and I work, so I understand that it's hard to get that time off to take your child to therapy, but they need it and you want to do the best for them. So for me, having the access of going to the daycare to see children, it's a real time saver for a lot of parents. So.
Well, and I appreciate that you do that. When my son was little, he had a serious speech impediment, and I was driving him back and forth to Cookville and working full time. It was so hard.
Yes.
And we finally found a therapist willing to come to his preschool and help him, and that was life changing for me as a mother and a working mother. So I appreciate that you offer that and that you're right here, because that's rare in a small community to have these services.
Right. Well, it all kind of got started because I've been in Cookville. I still work in Cookville some, and all of these kids were coming from DeKalb County, and I was like, why are we all driving here? This is ridiculous. So I just realized that small towns need people they need professionals. They need people to come here. Not everyone has the ability to drive everywhere for everything, and so this is my gift. This is the thing that I love to do. This is what God has called me to do, and why not bring it right here to DeKalb County instead of everyone having to drive to Murfreesboro or Nashville or Cookville or McMinnville and wait a long waiting list to even get into therapy. So
how do
I'm
they
right
contact
here.
you, Alyssa?
Sure. My phone number is 615-697-3442. I also have a website, kidsexpresstherapy.com. I'm also on social media, so you can find me on all those places. So definitely look me up. I would love to work with your child. I also see adults, but I don't take Medicare, but I do take all other major insurances. So all the TennCare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Cigna, United Healthcare, Amerigroup. I pretty much take everything. So
Wonderful.
Well, thank you for being here this morning and
Thank
letting
you so
everybody
much
know
for
about
having
it.
me here.
And
Thanks.
be careful driving over to.
Watch the
Thank
fog.
you. Right. Thanks.
And if you can't remember all that information, you can always call the chamber and they will connect you,
That's true. We will do that.
which is what I do.
She has my cell phone number.
I know.
I'm
It's,
going to
that-
give that number to you.
it's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yes. Okay, now back to Smithville First Baptist. Love God, love others,
That's
Brother
right.
Chad.
That's
love
right.
the big billboard you got out there on 70. It looks great.
Well, we just like to let people know what's going on, everything. I know, like this last month, we had a great talk about reconnecting and starting the new year right. And now we're talking about identity and. One thing talking with Lisa Cripps and others who struggle with things like this is like sometimes we find our identity in things other than God.
Yeah.
And so this month we're talking a lot about whether that's drugs or other things, making sure our identity is in Christ and Christ alone. And then how do we go from there? How do we move with that? So we've been doing that. We're really excited about a couple other things. It's not just it's all the Baptist churches come together. We have the Hope Center, which is the Salem Association's Hope Center, which is off of 70 right there. Excited about that, right next to Walmart. Open every Friday.
I think they take donations. Is it on Thursday?
I think the process of donations is about to change a little
Okay.
bit. I think it's going to go to Mondays. You might want to. I'll double check that.
Double check that
yeah.
for next month.
But they're going to be start doing that. Great leadership out there, ministering to a lot of people. I think I got the numbers from last year. They had over. I think it was over 500 or 600 individuals who came through. That's just individuals. That's not just include their families and stuff like that. So that was just a great ministry they have out there to help people. I know recently we've had a couple of fires in the community and
yes.
been able to help those families get the things that they need. So you can donate, and also there's all other kinds of ministries that are out there too. And on a personal level, our church, we're having we just finished our it's a coffee shop kind of area, I guess you could say. We're excited about that. We're about to open that up and looking at maybe open up one day a week or so in the near future and having a place where people can come. Also a place where we can have Bible studies and meetings
how
downtown
nice.
during lunchtime, like bring your own lunch kind
Yeah.
of studies and stuff. So we've been really looking forward to that. We've had a long process of getting to there. We're finally, I think we open the room up this Sunday morning, so we're excited about that. So, and we got mission trips coming up to Puerto Rico and other things. So, just busy time at the church and tons of stuff. I know not just at our church, but in the community is coming up in April. I know April's already. A lot of pastors been talking to us. A lot of good things coming up in April with Easter and a huge youth event that's community-wide too coming up in that time too. So yeah.
Well, I love that. Not only well, the churches do so much, but you partner with so many civic organizations
Right.
and programs like you said, Lisa Cripps and the drug program. And
Oh, she was a great. Actually, working on a D-Min and on my project I was working on. We worked together, and she was a great resource for our community
Absolutely.
too. And as we continue to fight against, we heard last night, the one thing everybody agreed on last night, as we're just talking about the fight against opioids, which is such a strong fight that needs to be taking place, and part of that's just having healthy families is the beginning root of that. So yeah.
And education for our young people.
Exactly. So,
Well,
yeah.
thank you, Brother Chad. And hey, if you got any church news you want to spread here, he's our regular.
There
Just
you go.
give him a call, send him an email, see him on the street, and say, hey, put this on the chamber chat next
We'll
month.
be glad to do it.
Yeah.
Glad to do it. So y'all have a good one.
Thanks,
So-
Brother
Brother
Chad.
Chad.
Well, look who's here. Wanda Redmond's here, and that
Good morning,
means
beautiful.
oh, she's always so bright and sunny. I love her. Labor of Love dinner and concerts coming up.
Well, we've we're not really going to have a concert
Oh,
this year.
you know
That's
what? I
okay.
think that was last year, right?
Year's, it
Yeah.
was. We changed it up a little bit this year. What we're
Oh.
going to do is we are going to have a Labor Love fundraiser.
Yeah.
It is our annual fundraiser.
Right.
This is our second one.
Uh-huh.
We had such a great success last year. This year we've changed it to we're going to have chili and soup supper,
Yeah.
and then we're going to have an
Auction. It's an auction, not a concert. Yeah.
Oh,
Gotcha.
wow. And all the money, not one penny of it goes to any personal gain or anything. All the money goes back into the helping the homeless, those less fortunate. They don't have to be homeless. We've been able, last year we serviced about 20,000 people.
my
and it's not
goodness.
just here in DeKalb County, but all across about 6 different states. We do here locally as well. And we're in the process of working with a place in Sparta has just opened up, and they opened up under 40 degrees, 45 degree weather. And we're very excited about working with them, called Seeds of Hope. And they have been wonderful because not only do they let them come in and stay the night, they let them wash their clothes, they give them clothes, they feed them a hot meal, and then 3 out of the 65 people that have been there the last 45 days have found homes and jobs.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So we're excited about helping them.
That's incredible.
So it's not just temporary support, it's support toward helping them get out of their situation.
And that's what we have to have.
Yes.
I mean, we've been doing this for several years. I forgot how many times. Jonathan Bond from Young Harmony is the one who started this. And he is in Chattanooga area, but we saw the need here coming into Smithville. So we have been able to provide some families with coats and gloves, toboggans. We also keep $5 McDonald's cards in our cars so that when it was so amazing because the other Sunday someone had brought me one, laid it in my pew at church. That afternoon I went down to Nashville to see a friend of mine who was in the hospital, and on the way down there saw a homeless guy and was able to just hand it out the window. So that was God working.
Yeah.
And we've had this has been such a great success. Last year we raised over $2,500. This year we're looking to raise a minimum of $5,000.
Wow.
We're not going to reach more than that. And we've got some great sponsors, Cantrell's Furniture. These are people who donate things to auctions, so you really do not want to miss that auction.
Yes.
We've got great things going on. But DeKalb, Cantrell's Furniture, the Pie Safe, Emily Estes is going to be cooking us some pies and cakes. DeKalb County Florist, O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I had a whole big long list. I can't put all them on there, but some of our food is being donated by Preacher's Foods in Alexandria. So it's not just here in Smithville, it's in the whole county.
I love that.
We've also got Walmart's helped us out, save a lot. Southern Charm Boutique, Betsy Smith with Town and Lake Realty, Josh and Melissa Miller from Sunbelt, Wilson Bank and Trust, Love Cantrell Funeral Home.
Wow. Don't you love our community partners?
And we're also going to be, and these some of our sponsors that they're sponsoring tables. We're going to be feeding our recovery home people, and we've also invited a home from out of Cookville called the Maranatha House. That has home. They have 13 women that they service over there from Gainesboro. I'm sorry, it's Cookville, but it's Gainesboro. So we're reaching out to our community, trying to do this because it's not just in the bigger cities, it's coming to our areas as well.
You just don't see it as widely as you do in a big city.
You know, and there's and then DTC has been wonderful to help put it on their little thing that they do that. The list just and our DeKalb County High School culinary class is cooking bacon for us. They're baking cakes.
Wonderful.
And I forgot what all they're making for us. So they're going to do they're going to fix up some of our desserts for us. So that gets them involved in helping in the community. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Girl Scouts might be helping as well. We're still looking for volunteers. If there's anyone that needs any volunteer hours for the school
Tennessee Promise.
Yes, we accept those. I'll be off on Friday and Saturday of that week. Friday, because we'll be working on that, and so we're still needing posters made. We're still needing, and during the time we're going to eat, we're going to serve at 5 o'clock. We do have a meal for adults and children. It is soup and chili. We're trying to get our soup to made where it's just all vegetarian, so that way if someone says, "Oh, I can't eat it because it's got chili in the meat in the chili," we're going to have it where you can have the vegetable soup. It's just vegetarian style. But we've got the adults is going to be $5, and the children's going to be ages 10 and under is only going to be $3.
Oh wow, what a bargain too!
That's good.
And all and it's going to be great. You can come and fellowship, and we're asking especially all of you politicians to come out there and buy anybody. We've got some churches who are going to bake some pies and cakes. Some's going to fix the chili. Some is going to do other things. So we're very blessed and very fortunate that people come out and do this.
It just feels good to help.
And this is going to be at the DeKalb County Complex from 4 to 8 p.m.
On February the 22nd.
Wonderful.
It's after Valentine's Day, so if you didn't get your loved one a Valentine's Day gift, you can still come and get
Or
stuff
just
at the
buy them a
auction.
second one. They won't complain.
Well, we have gift certificates from some of the boutiques.
Oh wow!
Yes, so and some of the hair salons.
So, how nice.
So we're going to have all kinds of things.
So one-stop
going on.
shopping there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're inviting. And if you hear this and it's before February 22nd, my phone number is 615-351 1119. I'll be glad to come by and pick up your donation if you want to donate something. Also, there's another shop in town. I don't know if you've been, but you've got to go if you've not. It's something old, something new.
Oh, yes.
Donated some things down there with Valerie House.
Valerie, we love Valerie.
Yeah, she's got some things that I'm telling you. I'm like, who would have ever thought to come up with something like that? So we've got so many different things that's coming out, and our community is just a great supporter of all these things. You know, so
caring.
It is, and then you all for having us on here. We appreciate that.
Oh, we're so glad you're here. You always bring a ray of sunshine every time you come.
Well, you know, I hope so. And I know this is not, but Mom will be gone 7 years. She'll be living with Jesus for 7 years Sunday.
Man.
But this is a way that I celebrate her.
Yes.
It's a way I celebrate her. Because
Well, she would be very proud of
Well,
you.
I hope so.
She's gone but not forgotten.
Oh,
I
my
tell
baby.
you what.
No one, if you ever met Mom, you've never forgot her. You won't ever forget her.
Always,
So.
just always the sweetest thing, and smiling. And you know, she's the one got me started on writing grants. I went to her. I was at the DeKalb County High School. She had written a grant and had some different things brought out there, and so I said, Clena, how in the world do you do all this? And she said, honey, you just follow the directions. Don't leave one thing out. Don't change it. Do what they say. And I said, okay. She said, what did they say? I said, do what they say.
Yeah.
I did.
Don't give me extra. Don't give me less.
You
Just
do what they
exactly
say.
to a
And
T.
I did it. And so I did one, and now I don't know how many. Where we
A
at.
zillion.
And there are grants out there. We're in the process of looking for some grants. Of course, all of these things are faith-based, so a lot of them, we're starting to get some more faith-based grant initiatives in the works. But a lot of them, right now, because we do believe in the faith that people can overcome being homeless. There are a lot that will.
It's hard to overcome that.
It is, but it's so worth it because we don't know what it's going to take. 2 years ago, we serviced one guy who came up to our Chattanooga visit, and he had been laid off at Chattanooga. Couldn't find no one. Wouldn't give him a job. He was in his late 50s, and he'd been homeless for a few months, but he came looking for a job. He'd been to the local library up there, and he had been a veteran, and someone typed out a resume for him, gave him several copies.
Wow.
He had one copy left, and he brought it. He said, I'm hoping somebody will help find me a job.
Wow.
A church that had come up there took him back with them to Atlanta, and he's doing great.
Oh, what a good
So
story.
not everyone is homeless is because of it's their circumstances, but we don't have to stay that way. And these people don't. They've got to have an outlet. We get down and out, and if it wasn't for the grace of God, we could be there.
Oh, goodness, yes.
So,
Exactly.
but come out and join our labor of, and that's why we call it. It's a labor of love because it is February, and it is a labor of love to do these, put these things together. But it's also love. We do it because we want to. Just like a mom wants to have a baby and she labors having that baby. This is a thing that we can do to help our community and our fellow man and women. And we do have some young children who are homeless that parents are out there. So we want to reach out and share that. Just like Brother Brad was talking about, it's a community event. It's something that we all work together to make life, not really make it easier, but make it more accessible to what their needs are and the resources that's available.
We're excited. Saturday, February 22nd.
Yes.
The DeKalb County Complex from 4 to 8 p.m.
Yes.
Be sure to come out there.
Absolutely, and thank you
you.
for having us. And y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Even if the sun's not shining in the sky, He will always shine in our heart.
That's for sure.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Thanks, Wanda.
Wanda.
I love her.
Well, I do too. Oh my goodness, you can't talk to her without getting just all happy and putting a smile on your face. Now, the Appalachian Center for Craft. The folks couldn't be here to talk about it, but they've got the spring workshops coming up. It's designed for true beginners, so don't be intimidated.
That would be
So me and you.
Yes, no, that means me.
way beginner.
That does not mean you.
I don't know.
Are those who want to just create objects in blacksmithing, clay, fibers, glass, metal, and wood studios. We did a commercial once for them. Shan, you remember for
I
another
do
station?
remember.
And I made you say all that. We had to memorize.
Yes, she gave me a line that was like 18 sentences long, and she was like, Appalachians and
And now they do all these things and then you had to memorize
Yeah,
all
thanks
that.
for that.
I know,
Yeah.
it makes me smile every time I see all that.
Payback's going to be tough one day.
But anyway, they have a variety of times you can take classes, like all day Saturday to have full weekends.
Well, and we
occasional
did the
evenings.
paper making before.
Oh,
Do you remember? We did the pulp paper. It was beautiful. It was absolutely
even mine
beautiful.
turned out good.
Even yours turned out good.
I know, it was a surprise.
A miracle.
And then the
Miracles do
Paper
happen.
miracle.
miracles happened. Paper miracles. circles. And then their celebration of craft is April the 4th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you've not been to that, that is so fun. It's just a free event unless you want to buy food.
But they
or
go
something.
all out.
Oh goodness, it's beautiful. It's live music. You bring your children or your grandchildren like I do, and they let them make all these wonderful things.
Yes, and there's demonstrations, you know, so you can watch them do their craft.
They have a sale at the gallery.
Oh yeah, teachers' gifts. That's really nice.
Oh
Teachers'
yeah,
gifts.
and then, but anyway, the admission's free. So for more information, give them a call there at 615-597-6801. Now, what's coming up next?
One of our
Drum
favorite
roll,
people.
please.
Well, Edgar Evans State Park. The park manager, Brad Halfacre, is here. I know his daddy's proud every time he hears me say that, right?
Yes. I just talked to Dad on the way over here, and he's doing really well. He actually, right now our Ranger in service is going on. We got Rangers get together across for training, and they had an alumni night on Monday night, and he called me so excited he was able to go and was able to reminisce and
I bet
meet
he
some
loved
new
it.
faces and see some old ones. So he was
Fun night for
Oh,
him.
it was a great time. But he is doing great. And Mrs. I tell him, I said, you need to come with me on the show one time.
Oh, yes, bring it to the show.
Absolutely.
We would love it.
I ran into him at breakfast not too long ago. and
Yes.
Yes, tell him to
And,
come to the show.
He just had surgery on his foot, but he's got that little scooter thing that that you push, and got the brakes. But he's doing great. We had a birthday dinner last night for my niece, and we all got together, so we had a great time.
Well, I know everybody loves to hear about him. He was such an asset to our community and has done so much.
He loves this community and loves this area.
So anything going on at the state park?
We've got so much going on. Valentine's Day is coming up around the corner. There's not a more beautiful place to come and spend Valentine's Day is
And romantic.
one of our cabins. And something we've got going, there's already, I think we're still in our winter promotion going on, so you can get a little discount if you mention that when you make a reservation. But also for the first, I don't know how many packages we have, but we've kind of got a little surprise. We've got a little heart-shaped pizza. And we're going to decorate the table with some tablecloth and maybe some little glasses with some sparkling grape juice or something like that.
So
and some
sweet.
Balloons and things like that for the first maybe 10 reservations we get.
that'd make it special.
Whatever, but trying to make a surprise.
Brad, you're
out
such a
there.
romantic.
I'm telling you, kind of get these packages going here. But it's a very beautiful time right now, and I don't know if you've been to the park in a while, but we had, with the efforts of the Corps of Engineers and everything, we were able to cut down some, take care of some trees, invasive trees. So our viewscape is nice, and so you can see the lake, and you see the lake anytime in the winter all over the whole park.
Oh yeah, it's
so,
beautiful.
And we've got some renovations going on back there. We're redoing our sidewalks. So if you haven't been to the
nice.
park in a little while, hopefully after by Valentine's Day, our sidewalks will be done if the weather permits.
Cooperates,
We are open. We kind of got a little of a mess right now, but
That
we got
happens this
big.
time of
That's
year.
right. We got big plans on that. But we've got a lot coming up in the month. February. We've got our Nature and Winter hike. They'll be doing on the Highland Rim Trail.
Which right now it's like 68 degrees.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And then on the 29th, we got leap year this year. So
That's
we're
right.
taking advantage. We're going to do the Leap Day hike.
Oh, how cute.
So the Leap Day hike, and that one's going to be on our Millennium Trail. All these events right here are free. Just you can find us on our website or download the app. Go to your app store if you got a smartphone. Look up Tennessee State Parks. You can download the app on your phone, and you've got access not just to Edgar Evans, but you got access to
All the state
all
parks.
56
I did
state
not
parks.
know that. That
And
is wonderful.
You can download maps. You can reserve a campsite. You can do anything from your phone, just like you can. Because I remember I'm not knocking Miss Cheryl Rogers from Upperman High School. That's where I went to Upperman High School. But I remember having her math class and her saying, "Well, you're not always going to have a calculator in your pocket." Well, not only do we have that, we have a computer now in our hands. So, we've got these great tools. And that's just a tool. I try to get people to put them down and get outside, but they're very useful in helping us find things. But all these events you can get on our website, look up current events. Coming up in March, we've got our weed wrangle, which that's what we're doing there. We're kind of pulling up some invasive plants on our trails. And of course, I'll talk more about that next.
I need to have a weed wrangle at my house.
Yeah, hey, it's great.
Can we do that?
But
Coming up in April, we're having a weed wrangle.
At Shan's house.
and we, it's you don't want to say we're pulling weed.
I love that.
Who's gonna wanna come out and
I'm
say,
gonna have a
who's
weed
gonna wanna
wrangle.
come-
I'll
if you
feed
do
you.
Weed wrangle. That sounds.
We
really
want to wrangle those weeds.
Right, that sounds really neat.
brilliant,
I can't take credit for the name of that, but
You got to make it interesting.
That's right. That's right. Because like you said, it's
Play on
down
words
there
when you
pulling
say
weeds, we're not-
Absolutely. We do wrangle some weeds.
Right, and you can. I think this qualifies too for the Tennessee Promise. So
Nice.
they can sign up and come out and do that. We're a big supporter of that at the park. But coming up on the 21st, we have our annual waterfall tour. So what this is our 21st of March. You can sign up. Sign-ups are open right now. You can access that through our website. But what this is, we'll be meeting at the park at the shelter area. We'll be getting on a bus, and from there we'll leave to go to Burgess Falls. Then from Burgess Falls, we'll stop off at Cummins Falls, and then from Cummins we'll go eat lunch. We usually go to like a buffet, like Golden Corral, somewhere like that. Lunch is on you, and then we'll get back on the bus and go to Fall Creek Falls. And then after that, we come back to the park. So it's an all-day event, and it's only $15 a person.
Which is a bargain.
And you don't have to worry about driving. You get on the bus, and we go. We'll have probably some bathroom stops along the way.
What is that date?
March 21st.
Okay.
And that's also the day of our spring hike. So if you don't want to go on the waterfall tour, we also have a spring hike going on at the park as well. So, but I'll reiterate these next month when on Chamber Chat, but I want to get that out there that the reservation is open now, and that benefits our friends group. The waterfall tour, it benefits our friends group that does so much to our park. And I want to mention, our fountain, Anna Bertram. Mr. Bertram is having knee surgery coming up here pretty soon, and we want to be thinking about them.
Yes.
Anybody in the community that wants to get involved in our friends group. We're actually looking for some folks to take it to be leaders for the friends group. The Bertrams have done so much. They've been in it for 20 plus years. They're the founders of it.
She's
They're
wonderful. They're all over.
And it's amazing what they've accomplished.
They've done amazing work.
Yeah.
And continue to do amazing work, but I think they're ready to pass the torch. So anybody in the community interested in becoming a member and maybe becoming in a leadership role to our friends of Edgar Evans State Park, we would love to hear from you. We meet on the odd month, so our next meeting will be March, and we usually meet on the third Thursday of the month. So at 6 p.m. at the park. So, if you're interested, give us a call, look us up, like us on Facebook, hit our Facebook pages. We got plenty of pictures and things coming up, but love being here. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much for having so many things for the community and the kids to do and families.
This is something that we strive to do. The park is here for everybody. We're in DeKalb County. We're right here in the middle of on the end of the county there, but we get a draw from everywhere, and I want DeKalb County to feel this is your park.
Yeah.
I want them to have ownership that this is our park, and when they do, when they come out, they have so much fun and always find something to do or something to talk about.
Plus, they come to the library and they help us with our summer reading, which they're going to do this year. Bring us some animals and let people know about the park over there.
Yes,
so that's an educational thing as well.
Our storybook trail, that has been one of the big additions that and that's something that the Bertrams and the Friends Group has kind of headed up when we change out the story every year. If you haven't come out to hike the storybook trail,
it's neat.
It's
really cool.
The story's called Almost Home. It's about a little possum that's having babies, but it's geared toward to promote early reading, but adults can have so much fun with it as well. And we've got a cool little sinkhole area down there that we've got fenced off that tells a little poem about the sinkhole. So it's a very, very good. That whole area right there is wonderful.
It's fun. Plus, you get a little exercise walking the trail.
That's right. And we're still doing the Healthy Park, Healthy Person, the statewide, and I think that's part on the app I was telling you about. Mention it to your doctor. Your doctor can write you a prescription that says, "Hey, you need to get outside and walk 30 minutes
Shan.
a day.
I love that.
You know, or
She probably already does.
That's the kind of prescription I want.
They're part of, and there's points and things that you can get on through that program to take advantage of in Tennessee State Park.
So Brad, do you have to check in or anything before you go on a trail? Say you're going to go hiking?
No, we have one on our big the Merritt Ridge Trail system. We do have a sign-in sheet. If the water don't, just to let us know if I see a car parked there late at dark, I can go check the log and go, oh, they got in here at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I somebody
might need to go check on somebody.
Exactly. That's the only thing we ask. No, they just can come and hike and have fun.
Well, we're so blessed to have a beautiful state park here in DeKalb County, and blessed to have you as our park manager.
Well, thank you. I feel like it's a calling, and that I hope that I'm filling the shoes correctly.
You are.
So.
Because we will fuss at you if you
Well,
don't.
there you go.
We'll keep you on your toes.
She doesn't pull any punches.
Thank you,
y'all
Brad.
so much for having me.
Thanks, Brad.
Well, Justin Potter Library, I know, has always got good stuff going on. Kathy?
Well, there's some things coming up. Of course, we had a little break from the Christmas on the Square and that sort of thing, but you never get to take a break. You think, it's going to slow down this month. Well, guess what? It doesn't. We still are having our art classes for adults, and we have that on the first and third Wednesdays at 10 o'clock from 10 to 2, and it's our open art studio, so anybody can come. Just ask you to call the library so we can see how many is going to be showing up, and the number is 615-597-4359, and just sign up. You can come anytime between 10 and 2. If you have a project you're going to work on, you can bring your supplies with you and work on them there. You can stay an hour, you can stay 2 hours, you can stay the whole time if you wanted to. And it's a fun time. Helen Sefcik, they give you some instructions. Sometimes she'll have some certain things for them to do, like she'll work in watercolor. Right now they're working on their mural, trying to get that finished. So it's a work in progress. Some of them are working on that, and it's looking really good.
Some of the talented ones are working on that. They won't let me touch it.
I just watch and take pictures. I don't do anything. And we started our preschool story time back a few months ago, and it's the second Friday of each month, and it's at 10 o'clock. And the next story time will be actually February the 14th on Valentine's Day. So we'll be doing some crafts, and we always have a story and a craft, and we give them a little treat at the end to take home with them. And we will have a guest reader. I had a lady call me. She has written books on a Tommy Tractor Adventure series, and I think she's from Sparta. And her name is Sanda Ayers, Ayers, and she's going to bring her illustrator of the books with her.
Oh, how
and
fun.
Shan knows all about that.
Yes,
She
I
illustrated
do.
books.
I appreciate that.
But Emery Larson, I think she's a student at Tech, but she'll be with her, and they will be reading her books and maybe doing a little craft afterwards. So she will be here on March the 13th at 10 o'clock for a special story time. So anybody can come. It's usually, kids that aren't in school. We kind of geared it toward that because they don't get a lot of activities outside of the house. And so anyway, it'll be March the 13th, but the 14th is our story time for Valentine's Day, so come by for that. Our book sale starts.
Ooh, book sale.
February 28th, and it will end on March the 28th. And as you know, we take donations, so books in good condition. And we do not take magazines or textbooks or encyclopedias, although sometimes people will leave them outside my door. And I will come and find 2 or 3 boxes of encyclopedias outside. But we just leave them there, and usually somebody will come by and take them, and I say, I'll help load them up for you if you want to take them. That's fine. Our Older Americans Day will start on May the 6th at 11 o'clock for the program, but I've asked our vendors to set up at 10 o'clock, and that gives them time. I think we had about 19 vendors last year, and anywhere from UCHRA to Social Security to some of our local artists, NHC, the hospital. A lot of great people came in, and we had some craft people there.
I like how it was set up last year, too. Yeah. It was very nice.
So we have so many last year, we had to kind of squeeze everybody in. So we have that going on May the 6th, and we have, I always partner with the Smithville Senior Center and the Alexander Senior Center. Pam Redmond and Sandy Brown are always great to help out, and the mayor furnishes the water, and then we have local businesses. I couldn't do it without them. The door prizes, we have maybe 50 to 60 door prizes.
So
it takes
many.
me an hour to give out the door prizes, but we have wonderful door prizes, and they also give us, like promotional items for our goodie bags, and we plan on about 150 people. Last year we had about 141 people, not counting the vendors, 181 counting the vendors last year. So we had a good group. We have it at the county complex in the theater area. So we have a wonderful time, and we do appreciate the county commission and the county mayor for letting us use that beautiful.
Well, it shows you how much you've grown. You used to have it at the library.
We
crammed into the library.
Well, let me
though.
tell you, I couldn't get those people in there now. They would
no
be.
way.
We would have to move every book rack we have in the library just to fit everyone in.
That
And
shows
there's no
you what a
parking.
good program you have.
Yeah,
there.
so-
Absolutely.
Plus, we have no parking there. There's a lot of parking at the complex, so we appreciate that. But we are having Williamson Branch, the group that we had last year.
Oh, they were
I just went ahead and booked them again this year because
Yes.
they are so wonderful. I mean, they
Talented.
are just they
And a lot of fun.
They are. Those kids, to see those little kids and those teenagers, we watched them grow up.
The whole family is full of talent.
There's not one that can't sing. I don't think there's one that's off
Or playing the instrument.
Yeah.
Unlike
And
our family, and
our
there's not
dance.
one that can sing.
Well, I'm tone deaf, so I can't hear. I can't sing. I wished I could. I try, but that's not good. Our summer reading starts, of course, on May the 25th. Our theme this year is Imagine Your Story, so that will be fun for everyone. And we had a little known hidden treasure, I guess, in the library. It wasn't hidden. It was in our display room since 1995. We had the Medal of Honor recipient Charles Patterson Cantrell. He was born here in DeKalb County. His family lived in Keltonburg, but he won the Medal of Honor in July the 1st, 1898, for his bravery in the Spanish-American War.
Wow.
And his flag, his binoculars, his medal, his citation, and a family history book that was written by his grandson, Charles Thomas Patterson, was in our library. He wrote the book specifically for the library. But they were opening a Charles H. Coolidge Medal of Honor Heritage Center in Chattanooga.
Oh, how nice.
And it will be, they came the other day, and we had a little ceremony where they came in, and the mayor and the news media and some of my board members were there. And Molly Randolph, who's the curator of the center down there, came and picked up those items, and they are going to be on display down there with about probably 35 or more other medals from all over the United States. And it's just an educational and it's an inspirational center, but it's medals from the Civil War through the Vietnam War. They'll all have their own section, the World War II section.
Wow.
Spanish-American War, he was the only one, I think, from Middle Tennessee to win that.
Wow.
And in fact, he was the only recipient of the Medal of Honor from this area up until Galvin York in World War I.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, and so it's a great honor for our county to have this down there. The grand opening will be February 22nd there. The governor and different people will be down there. And it's called Medals of Honor Through Time exhibit. And it'll run through May the 13th. So I encourage everyone to take a trip to Chattanooga. They do have hours. There is a little, of course, entry fee to get in. But they are also, to go down and visit this educational inspiring center. It's kind of going to be telling the stories of the Medal of Honor recipients to educate and inspire our future generations. They're going to have a character development program for the young people, character club and superhero summer camps there.
Love that.
So it's for our young people to pass on the heroism from these people that gave so much for our country.
Yes.
So it's a 19,000 square foot area.
Oh,
and I was
wow.
just figuring
Gotta go
up.
see that.
Big
Charles Cantrell,
exhibit.
and he has family, distant cousins that live in this county. Of course, he moved to Nashville, and that's where his family was. He had 8 children. But his birthday will be February the 13th. He died in 1948. He was born in 1874.
Wow.
He would be 146 years old.
Wow.
So anyway, I encourage people, if you need any more information on this, please give us a call at the library. We can tell you the hours of the
very
center
exciting.
down there and that sort of thing. So anyway, we encourage you to go down and visit our local hero here and see his
Yes.
medal as well as the others down there.
Oh, thanks, Kathy.
Thank you.
Well, I've had many visits with the U.S. Census people. They're so nice, and they want everybody to know that if you are needing a job, they've got lots of job openings coming up for here in DeKalb County. It's temporary jobs. The job fair in DeKalb County will be on March 19th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the DeKalb County Complex, or you can get more information online. Just go to 2020census.gov/. jobs, and just you can find. I think it's like $15 an hour for DeKalb County, and they've got flexible work hours, including daytime, evenings, and weekends.
And different types of positions.
Yeah, all kinds of different positions to apply for. Just let them know what you're interested in, and it's just a good opportunity if you need some extra money or just this getting the census count is so important for us to be able to get federal dollars. If somebody's not counted here in DeKalb County, we lose money.
Yes.
So we lose services. We lose money for those services. So make sure this is not a IRS kind of thing.
No.
This is a census. This is just trying to get.
Plus, it helps people that are doing genealogy in the future.
Yeah,
without this
absolutely.
census, you lose all of that.
This
so,
data is very
yeah.
important.
And my staff is going today actually to a census workshop over in Cookeville at the regional library, because people will be coming to the library to do they're asking you to do it online first, and then I think paper, and then online, and then after that later on they will be coming to your house.
Door to door.
So they're encouraging you to do it online. So
You don't want them to come to your house.
Yes.
So if you get something in the mail, fill it out.
And come
go
online and do it. Yeah.
And so anyway, but this is important. So please do this. And I know we're about out of time, but I want to quickly mention a few things we've got coming up. If you're looking for a great gift idea, Canoe the Caney 2020 Season Pass is on sale just in time for Valentine's Day. I know you'd love that, Shane.
Ooh, I would. I love to kayak.
Just give the gift that keeps giving those amazing memories, and check out Canoe the Caney Facebook page for all the info. And also Big Rock Market. They've got it's so many great opportunities to go down our beautiful Caney Fork River, and then mark your calendars for these upcoming events. Shan?
Okay, live music. Seth Willoughby and Lucas McCoy will be performing at the Burlap Room, 175 Hurricane Ridge Road, Smithville, on February 13th, 6 to 9 p.m. And Funk University will perform on Thursday, February 27th from 6 to 9. Tom Tippin will be performing at Twisted Oaks on Saturday, March 14th at 6:30.
He's a local favorite.
Yes,
Yep.
and don't forget about the DeKalb County Women's Expo coming April 18th to the DeKalb County Complex, and check out all the info on the Facebook page. And then I've got something.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have breaking news.
Breaking news.
I found this out yesterday, and I don't know how I was out of the loop until the last second, but St. Thomas DeKalb Hospital, we have a laser program. A laser program. Do you know what that means?
Does that mean it'll get rid of the wrinkles on my face?
No. Although dermatologists can use this laser, so possibly.
Okay.
But at the moment, Dr. Spivey is our first physician, our surgeon that will be using this laser.
Yeah.
But it can be used in any general surgery, specialized surgery, and a laser is safer. You heal faster.
Less
And I mean,
invasive.
this is state of the art for a rural hospital, and we have a laser program. We also have brand new state of the art pulmonary equipment that the doctors coming in from out of town. We had one come in from Nashville, and they said, "Where did you get this equipment?" I'm like, "This is the nicest equipment I've ever used."
Wow.
And they are out of Nashville. So we are getting things in our hospital
State of the art.
that they don't even have in Nashville yet. So, I mean, we have a laser program, pulmonary equipment. It's fantastic. And then don't forget, cardiac rehab services are now at St. Thomas DeKalb. You don't have to go to River Park. You don't have to go to Nashville. You don't have to go to Cookeville. You can do your cardiac rehab right here, and it's beautiful. It's an incredible facility. And
That's the best news ever.
and then you can go around the corner and say hi to me, because my office is just right there.
Oh,
So-
that's a plus.
Yeah, so that's
So
great.
capital dollars are just being funded into our community by St. Thomas. We appreciate what they're doing.
Yes.
We appreciate Ascension. And it's always nice to know that your hospital has the best to offer in services.
That they're looking out for you. And it's good for people that can't drive out of town. These elderly people that can't drive out of town, they can do that right
And
here.
we have a new cardiologist. So that's always very, very exciting. So great things happening at St. Thomas.
Oh, we're so excited about our community hospital. We're so proud of all the services they
Everything
offer.
they bring.
Absolutely.
Let me just say one thing before I want to make it clear that the medal, when it's finished down there on display after the May 13th, it will come back.
It'll come back to
It will
us.
come
I
back to the
wondered.
library, and it will be back on display in our display
Wonderful.
case in our genealogy
You're
room
just
for
gonna be
everyone to
in-
come and see.
letting them borrow it.
Yes, we are lending
On
it to them.
loan.
On loan for everybody to see.
Hey, I want to remind everybody to please round off your gas bill at Middle Tennessee Natural Gas to help out Project Hometown Help. It only costs a few pennies every month, and it helps so many worthwhile organizations, so many projects that we do. They have been so helpful. So be sure and do that. Give them a call and say, yes, round off my gas bill.
Yes.
Okay? So, if I can say this, the Chamber wants to promote your news or special events. Give us a call at 615-597-4163 and we'll help you spread the word. Or email me, at the world's longest email, swilliams@DeKalbCountyChamber.org. Or tag me on Facebook. People, I will spread it to everybody, all my
will.
contacts.
She's a spreader.
I'm a spreader. Okay. I'm spreading in the wrong places, let me tell you.
Wow.
Turning 64 has not been good for me.
But you're a 10.
I'm a 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. Thank you to our guests this morning and our co-host and my
Coco co-host and our Coco co-host.
Oh, we had tri-co.
Triple
Yeah,
co.
Oh my goodness,
Call it
Shay and
tri-host.
Kathy, thanks for putting up with me. We appreciate WJLE and ETC TV for sponsoring our Chamber Chat program. And Shan, you can actually, if you turn your page, know that you can watch.
I have nothing at the end of my page.
Wait, you got the. Here you go. Copy.
You can watch Chamber Chat on DTC3 as well as their website and stream it. Go to DTC3.tv and click on Chamber Shows to view the program each month.
In case you didn't get enough this morning.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate all our listening and viewing audiences and hope you can join us again next month. Same chat time.
Same chat channel.
Y'all are supposed to do that together.
Okay.
Here we go. Same
All right.
Same chat channel.
There we go. Happy February, everyone. Wishing all a wonderful Valentine's Day and hope you can feel all this love from the Chamber.
Yeah, it's pouring out of us. There we go.
It's coming out.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.